Coming to the next one is the functions of mitochondria. In that case, the very first function is the powerhouse of the cell. We know about why mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell, because it produces the energy, right? ATP production. We have to know about how mitochondria have the capacity to produce the ATP. See, this is the one of the cell. This is one of the cell, right? And this is the nucleus, right? See, this is one of the glucose molecule. We are eating food, right? We are eating food. The food is digested inside the mouth. The starch digestion takes place from the mouth. Once the carbohydrates are digested, okay, after that it forms that one of the round bolus-like structure and into the stomach, okay, through that peristatic movements. Whatever that large esophagus is there, through the esophagus, the food is entered. Once the food enters into the inside the stomach, digestion takes place. Finally, starch is converted into glucose. The glucose absorbed by the villi. Once the glucose molecules are enter into the bloodstream, which are transported, this is one of the glucose molecule. The glucose molecule enter into the inside the cell. The glucose molecule enter into the inside the cell. Maybe this is on the blood vessel. Through the blood vessel, the glucose molecules are transported. Then one of the specific transporter is there. Then the transporter transports the glucose molecules from outside to inside. This is one of the glucose molecule. The glucose molecule within cytoplasm converted into the pyruvate molecule. The glucose molecule within cytoplasm, that one is converted into the pyruvate molecule. Especially one glucose is converted into two pyruvate molecules. And these pyruvate molecules are enter into the mitochondria. These pyruvate molecules are enter into the mitochondria. Then these pyruvate molecule, once these are enter into inside the mitochondria, these are converted into carbon dioxide, water, and finally produces the ATP. See, we know about this concept. See, glucose molecule converted into that pyruvate molecule. See, this process is called as glycolysis. Then the pyruvate molecules are entering to the inside the mitochondria. Right? Inside the mitochondria, the pyruvate molecules especially convert into acetyl-CoA. The pyruvate molecules are converted into acetyl-CoA. Again, within inside the mitochondria, there is a cycle which takes place. The cycle is called as Krebs cycle. So, by the Krebs cycle, some of the components are produced. NADH plus H plus FADH2, right? And there is an ATP production takes place. So what I am telling here, the glucose molecule enter into the cytoplasm of the cell. This is called as glycolysis. Again, the pyruvate molecules are enter into the inside the mitochondria. During the entry, the pyruvate molecules are converted into acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA involved in the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle especially produces high energy compounds like NADH plus H plus, FADH2 and ATP. See, these two are very important components. These are interact with the electron transport chain. These components are interact with the electron transport chain. For suppose this is one of the complex 1 and this is one of the complex 2 and this is one of the complex 3, right? This is one of the complex 4. So within electron transport chain, complex 1, complex 2, complex 3, complex 4 and this is the complex 5. So this is called as ATP synthase enzyme. So these high energy compounds are interact with electron transport chain. So these high energy compounds are supporting for the transfer of electrons. Once electrons are transported, then pumping of H plus ions takes place. So this is the inner membrane. Inside to the inner membrane, low H plus ion concentration is present. Outside to the inner membrane, high H plus ion. High H plus ions are present. So outside to the inner membrane, high H plus ion concentration. Inside to the inner membrane, low H plus ion concentration. So these H plus ions are only transported through the complex 5. Complex 5, that is nothing but ATP synthase enzyme. Once the H plus ions are transported, then the low energy compounds means ADP plus PI, adenosine diphosphate plus phosphate, is converted into ATP. Adenosine diphosphate plus phosphate is converted into ATP. So what I am telling here, this concept is very important. See, acetyl-CoA formation takes place. Okay, acetyl-CoA involved in the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle produces some of the high energy compounds, NADH plus H plus and FADH2. Both these are linked with the electron transport chain. Here electron transport chain especially contains the complexes. Okay, complex 1, complex 2, complex 3, complex 4, complex 5. We know the name electron transport chain, transports the electron. So all these complexes are involved in the transport of electrons. While the electrons are transported, H plus ions are transported. H plus ions are transported from inside to outside. From inside to outside. Once the H plus ions are transported, there is a difference is there. Inside, low H plus ion concentration. Outside, high H plus ion concentration. Then, okay, for the balancing purpose, these H plus ions are only transported through the complex 5. Only transported through the complex 5. During pumping of H plus ions, okay, through the ATP synthase enzyme, the low energy compounds are converted into high energy compounds. Low energy compounds are converted into high energy compounds. That is nothing but ATP synthesis. So this is the way ATP synthesis takes place. This is the way ATP synthesis takes place. That is about ATP production. That is about ATP production. Remember all of you. Again, the entry of glucose molecule. Glucose is converted into pyruvate. Okay, this takes place within the cytoplasm. This takes place within the cytoplasm. This is called as glycolysis. Sorry, glycolysis. Right? This is called as glycolysis. Right? That glycolysis, after the glycolysis, 2 pyruvate molecules are produced. Okay? The pyruvate molecules are entered into inside the mitochondria. Right? Then these are converted into acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA enter into the Krebs cycle. Okay? Krebs cycle involves the production of high energy compounds. High energy compounds. These high energy compounds are linked with electron transport chain. Electron transport chain. The name indicates transports the electrons. Both these are interacted. Then which are transfers the electrons? The transfer of electrons supporting for pumping of H plus ions. Pumping of H plus ions. And these H plus ions are involved in the synthesis of ATP. Right? That is about ATP synthesis. Here coming to the next function is the synthesis of amino acids. We know within our body a group of totally 21 types of amino acids are present. Totally 21 types of amino acids are present. And these amino acids involve in synthesis of proteins. These amino acids are involved in the synthesis of proteins. See, these proteins are nothing but some are involved in structure maintenance, some are involved in the functional, that is nothing but enzymes. Okay, so here amino acids are very important for the synthesis of proteins. So amino acid synthesis done by the mitochondria. Amino acid synthesis done by the mitochondria. See, that is about the synthesis of amino acids. And coming to the next one, okay, we know about that storage of calcium ions. Storage of calcium ions. The mitochondria especially involved in the storage of calcium ions. Especially involved in the storage of calcium ions. We already discussed regarding to this point, right? Next one, carries the maternal characters. Carries the maternal characters means, see, this is the one of the ovule. This is one of the ovule. The ovule, this is the nucleus. Okay, haploid set of chromosomes are present. And this is one of the sperm cell, right? The sperm cell here especially contains the one of the nucleus. This is one of the nucleus. This one is also contains the haploid set of chromosomes. During fertilization process, both these are fused. During fertilization process, both these are fused. So here the sperm cell contains nucleus fused with the sperm cell contain nucleus fused with the ovule contain nucleus. Ovule contain nucleus. Then n plus n is equals to the 2n. N plus n is equals to the 2n. But during the mixing process, okay, the sperm cell contains mitochondria are not fused here. The sperm cell contains mitochondria are not fused here. Always the ovule contain mitochondria are passed from one generation to the another generation. So the ovule contains mitochondria, especially given 30,000 mitochondria are present. 30,000 mitochondria are present. So these mitochondria are passing from one generation to the another generation. One generation to the another generation. So these mitochondria are belongs to the mother. These mitochondria are belongs to the mother. So especially these mitochondria are supporting to carry, okay, some characters from one generation to the another generation. So carries the maternal characters, means mother characters, carries the mother characters from one generation to the another generation, because mitochondria contains own DNA. That's the reason why mitochondria is also supporting to transfers the mother characters from one generation to the another generation, right? That is about the maternal characters. And last one, involved in the urea cycle. We know about urine formation, especially within human body, the urine formation. Urea, there is an NH2, C double bond O and H2. This is the urea structure. This is one of the excretory product. Human urine contains urea. Especially the urea contains nitrogen. The urea contains nitrogen. That is nothing but ammonia. Ammonia is present. Simple example. Within human body, if more amount of ammonia is accumulated, that is very toxic to the human body. So the immediate process, when the ammonia levels are raised, that time urea formation takes place. That urea eliminates the ammonia from the body. That urea formation done by urea cycle. Okay. Then the urine contains urea. The urea formation done by the urea cycle. So whatever that ammonia contains or nitrogen contains, toxic compounds are accumulated. Okay, these are very dangerous to the body. The problem is avoided by the urea cycle. A part of urea cycle done by mitochondria. Remaining part takes place within the cytoplasm, but a part only carried out by the mitochondria. That is about the functions of the mitochondria. And I like to say here, okay, in the introduction class, I discussed about cell within the cell. Means life is maintained by the mitochondria. I like to give one example. For suppose normally RBC cell is there. This one of the RBC cell, right? The RBC have the 120 days lifespan. Right? And this is one of the normal cell. In other than RBC, this is the RBC. This is the normal cell. Maybe this one survives up to 1 year. See, my question is here, why RBC survives only 120 days? Why normal cells survives up to many months or several months or up to years? See, the major reason is here. See, most of the students are expecting here, okay, sir, within RBC, nucleus absent. See, here nucleus is not the reason. Here reason is mitochondria. Especially in mature RBC cells. Mitochondria are absent. If mitochondria are absent, okay, these are only survive up to 120 days. Because absence of energy, these are unable to survive. Then these are survive up to only 120 days. So RBC not having the mitochondria, okay, in mature RBC not having the mitochondria, that's the reason why these are survive up to 120 days. Again we have the doubt here, sir, without having mitochondria, how these are survive 120 days? How these are survive 120 days? Try to check this answer. Try to get this answer. Okay. So here what I am telling, this is very easy. Okay. Sir, without, again my question is repeating here, without having mitochondria, how these are survives 120 days? How these are survives up to 120 days? Again, this is my question. Please all of you repeat and try to check the answer, try to get the answer. Otherwise, I will give that answer, right? So, this is my question here. Generally, okay, the concept related to the mitochondria, RBCs are survives 120 days. Normal cells are survives, okay, more than 120 days. Okay, some are up to years, Why RBC survives here 120 days only? Okay, most of the students are confined with the nucleus. Nucleus is absent, sir. Nucleus is not the answer. Here mitochondria are absent in matured RBC. That's the reason why RBC cells are survives up to 120 days only. Again, my question is here, without having mitochondria, how RBCs are survives up to 120 days, right? That is about the mitochondria and functions of the mitochondria, right?